Hey guys, this is Stitch and Stacy. Welcome back to my channel. Today what we're going to do is work on the crocodile stitch. We're going to be working with double crochet, V-stitch, and post stitching. And the crocodile stitch is a very big yarn hogger. It does take quite a bit of yarn to complete a project consisting of this stitch, and you'll see that more as we go through this video. So let's get started. What I did is I'm using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I'm also using some Red Heart worsted weight yarn that I have. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and chain 15. Okay, and if you need to stop your video, that's fine. Pick up as soon as you finish with your chain. And we're going to do 5 sets of V-stitches. So we're going to start in a third chain from the hook, which is 1, 2, 3. So you're going to do a double crochet, wrap your yarn, go in the third hook, wrap your yarn, pull through, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2. Okay, for those of you who are not familiar with the double crochet, you do need to go back and review that video that I have for learning how to do the V-stitches and double crochets. So this is half of our V-stitch. Now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1. That is going to be the middle part of your V-stitch. Then you're going to do another double crochet in the same stitch that you just worked in. Okay, now if you'll look closely, that gives you your first V-stitch. Now you're going to chain 2, then you're going to skip 2. 1, 2, you're going to go into that third space and do your double crochet, your chain 1, and then your next double crochet is going in the same space. That gives you your second V-stitch. You're going to chain 2, count to the third stitch over, which means you're skipping 2 spaces. You're going to go in the third, do your double crochet, do your chain 1, and your double crochet in the same space. Okay, it gives you your third V-stitch. Chain 2, skip 2, go into your third, complete your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet method there. That gives you your fourth V-stitch, chain 2, and let's complete our last. So you go into that very last space if you chained correctly, chain 1, and your last double crochet there. So that's going to complete our first row. So that gives you 5 V-stitches. Okay, what I want you to do is chain 1, then you're going to turn your work. Now as you can see, there's our first V-stitch. So you have the space in there, you have 1 and 2 posts. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be working around the posts now. Okay, so what I'm going to have you to do is turn it sideways, and you're going to complete 5 double crochet. Okay, so go ahead and complete 5 double crochet around this post. Okay, and what this is going to do, this is going to be half of your first shell, I'm sorry, not shell, scale, what I call them. So let's see, we've got 4 there. Let's do one more. Okay, so there's your 5. You're going to chain 1. Okay, so then you're going to move over to your second post of that V-stitch, which is right here. Okay, you're going to turn it up to where you can see that. Then you're going to make sure you're going to make sure you have your post across there, and then you're going to go in and you're going to complete another 5 double crochet. Okay, like I said, it's not hard, but there are several stitches involved in just this one scale itself. So I'm assuming everyone knows how to double crochet, so you go right along, do your 5 double crochet along there. Okay, once you're done, I want you to straighten that out. Okay, now if you look at there is your first scale. Okay, and these are normal size. You can also do these with 4 instead of 5. And I've also managed to do 3 on each side. I made that into a ribbed beanie hat for a baby or a toddler. And what I did is I made the trim of that hat out of a half of a crocodile stitch, which means it's about that size. The crocodile stitch is about half that size, but it's really nice, a nice border. Okay, so that's your regular crocodile stitch. Now what you want to do next, okay, you see you have these right here. You're going to do the same technique. Okay, you're going to fold this up and you're going to start with that first one. Okay, whoops. Now what I want you to do is do your 5 double crochet again around this post, the first post of our V-stitch, our second V-stitch. So then you want to do that 5 times. And I don't need to really go over how to do the double crochet. We all should be familiar with that. Okay, so there's the first half. You're going to chain 1, okay? Then you're going to turn. See, there's half of it. Then you're going to turn and you're going to bend up the second post to that V-stitch. You got a nice hole there you can see through. So just work your double crochets once again. So you're going to put 5 double crochets in the around this post, not in the post, but around it. And I'm sorry, sometimes my speed of crochet is unreal even for me. I crochet really fast and it's very hard for me to slow down. Okay, so I've got my 5. Now you're going to straighten your work back out. And look at there's your second one. And you know, you can choose if you want to skip a set. That way they're not right on top of each other, but they are scales, so they tend to overlap a bit. So you look, you've got 2 there. Now what you're going to do, you're going to lift up that scale and you're going to see your third set of V-stitches. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop that up there and you're going to use that first post again. You're going to do your 5 double crochet. Just like we did before, and let me unroll my yarn here. Because as I said, this here stitch takes ubers of yarn, as my kids would say. Okay, so that was 1. So let's get back up here where you can see me. Okay, and you just want to keep doing your 5. Let me get this back in order. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to see. You start stitching and you lose track of where you know you're stitching in the right place, you just don't see it. Okay, then you did your 5, you want to chain 1, flip that up, then you want to grab your other one. You see right through there, so as long as you see through the hole, you know you're pretty much straight. And then you want to do your next set of 5 double crochet. And oh my gosh, my camera is absolutely wonderful. It's so much different than filming with my phone. I have a Droid Razor, and that's what I did all my filming on before I got my camera 2 weeks ago. Okay, now let's open this up. Okay, there's your third stitch, and like I say, they're going to overlap because that's just what they do, but you don't have to put it in every one of these. If you want to actually, let me show you. If I were to skip this one, this set, and go here, okay, I'm going to wrap, and then I'm going to take this one, and then I'm going to complete my double crochet. Whoops, not in the stitch there. And like I say, it's all about preference. You can do them one on top of the other. There's no rule here, but if you are following a pattern, you do have to follow that and do what that tells you to do. But I have done some of these and only done a crocodile stitch around every other stitch because I didn't want them overlapping for the particular project that I was doing. Okay, so there's that. I chain in my 1, flip it over, and yes, oh, I got a knot. Of course, right in the middle of my filming. There we go. Hopefully it'll come out. But as I said, it's up to you. You're the one that's doing the projects. You do it how you like. There's no set law to how this has to be done. So then you have to straighten that up there. And then you want to do your 5 double crochets. You know, if you want them to have the bunched up look, that's your prerogative. If you don't, then, you know, space them apart. Make your own creations in that manner also. That's what I do. I play around with it and with stitches and come up sometimes with my own work. So if I turn that around, you can tell where I skipped. That's going to lay flatter with this other one here. So that's that effect. And if you see these two here by themselves, they're bunched up. So again, it's your own creation. It's, you know, you're the crocheter. So if you want to try to invent your own projects, this is a good way, is you just experiment with existing stitches and see what you come up with. But this is what we call the crocodile stitch. As I said, it's a very nice stitch, but just make sure you're prepared and you have adequate yarn if you choose to do a project, because it's going to take at least an extra roll, a roll or two, based on, you know, your stitches, your hook sizes, your yarn size, all that. We all know all about that. So that, everyone, is your crocodile stitch. I hope you enjoyed watching me do this, and it's a lot of fun. I don't get on my videos and try to be so serious that I can't have fun. So I like to carry on and kid around. So anyways, so this is your crocodile stitch. Please click the like button if you enjoyed the video. And until next video, happy hooking!